Alright, so all in all, this select doesn't look so bad, but you're in for a big surprise because it kind of sucks in virtually every other browser. Let's take a quick tour. So I'll jump to Firefox, where I have this page opened, and here's what our select box looks like here. Ah, nice. Let's check out Safari. So Safari's not too bad. It looks a lot glossier than our other elements do, but at least the spacing is okay. All right, now let's jump over to Windows. So this is IE10, which renders it as pretty much unusable. And then if we check out Chrome in Windows, again, not very usable. So here are our choices. First, we can just completely ignore the select box, maybe see if we can at least get a consistent width and maybe a border, and call it good at that. I don't know if our designer is going to be too keen on that, because select boxes in their natural environment are kind of ugly things. Our next option is to continue pursuing ways to tweak the select box to get what we want. Now, we can probably get pretty dang close if we use a combination of taking our select box and removing most of the styles from it, and then layering it on top of some other element that gives us the visual styles that we want, including spacing and that icon that we'd like to see. But still, we're going to struggle to get it looking right across all the different browsers. So the third possible solution is to use a third-party library where the creators have already figured out what they can and can't do across browsers, and just use that solution to generate our select boxes. What those third-party libraries do for the most part is they hide the select box, and then they create a whole new HTML set of elements that mirror the contents of that select box, and that allows us to completely control the styling of it because it's no longer a select box that we're seeing visually. But as we change which option is selected in that HTML select box doppelganger, those changes will cascade down to the actual select box so that when the form gets submitted, the right value gets sent. Now that's a lot of work. And so whatever library we end up using is probably going to add some load to our website. It's going to need to add some JavaScript, some CSS, and some images. And it will probably introduce a dependency on another JavaScript library like jQuery. Now there's actually a fourth option, which is that we avoid using a select altogether and we use an alternative input. If we look at our design, up at the top here we have radio buttons, and we could use radio buttons as well as a replacement for the select box. After all the select box is doing is allowing us to choose from a number of predefined choices, and a radio button is the same thing. The only difference with the radio button is that all of the options are exposed. So a select box can be much cleaner if there are a lot of options. And chances are the designer is choosing a select box because it kind of maintains the visual pace as we look down the form. So here's what we're going to do for this project. We're going to explore the third option, which is using an external library to generate our select boxes. It will, of course, add some load to our site, but chances are we'll have other select boxes on our site and we'll be able to reuse the implementation. So it won't be just for this element. For example, at the very top of the page, we have a select input here. So hopefully whatever solution we choose for the select box down here will help us with that one and all the other select boxes we need to style.